Coming up to 7:17, well, as we predicted yesterday, the Reserve Bank has taken an unprecedented step and lifted interest rates for the third consecutive month. First time it's ever happened in our history. The cash rate has gone up 0.25%, taking it to 3.75%. That means repayments on an average $300,000 home loan will now be $2,035 a month, an extra $46 a month if your bank only passes on the 0.25%. If you're a Westpac customer, it's going to be a whole lot more this morning or from Friday, because they've put up their home loan rate 0.4%. It comes just in time for Christmas. So what's it likely to mean for our festive spending? Margie Osman is from the Australian National Retailers Association. Margie, I expect you believe you need this rate increase like a hole in the head.
Yeah, look, it's really bad timing from the retailer's perspective. This is the busiest time of the year when they hope to do the best business of the year, regardless of whether you're a small or a large retailer. And I think this qualifies as being extremely disappointing and a little worrying from the retail sector's point of view.
And the banks are going to add their own premium on top of that. If Westpac's done it, you can bet your bottom dollar most of the other major banks are going to follow suit. But, Margie, I suppose the question is, less than 30% of Australian households actually have a mortgage. The majority don't.
Look, I think there's a confidence issue here, and confidence is a fragile flower, as we've seen over the last 12 months. And while there's been some indications that things were improving, we felt there needed to be some more evidence of strength in the economy before this interest rate increase came through. We would have liked to have seen this held over until February to give the retail sector, who are, after all, the biggest employers in the country, the Christmas they needed to have.
What's been the market like up to this stage? Only a week or so ago, we had Jerry Harvey from Harvey Norman saying he was predicting a record Christmas spend. Do you think that's not going to be achieved now?
Well, look, I think there's a number of factors depending upon what part of the retail sector you're in. Clearly, electronics are feeling the benefit of the Aussie dollar being as high as they are, and there's great bargains to be had in that space. But I think across the board, we're predicting a fairly soft 2010, in fact, a very soft 2010 for the retail sector, even before this latest increase. And I think traditionally the first quarter of any year is the worst and the hardest. So heading into that first part of 2010 is going to be very worrying.
But the Reserve Bank has basically been saying we need to put up official interest rates because they were at record lows, sort of depression-busting lows. Now the economy is showing good signs of a pickup right across the board. House prices are up, unemployment is staying low. That's a pretty good mixture.
Well, look, there's no disputing that, but certainly, you know, a couple of months ago, we asked 1,000 women what would it take to make you reconsider your spending. And for that group, 25 basis points was enough to give them pause in terms of how they spent their money. And the sorts of things they were going to spend less on were restaurants, takeaway, even the small luxuries like cosmetics. So I think when we see the retail figures for this quarter, they're going to tell, I think, probably a sadder story than we would have hoped.
OK. All right, Margie, thanks for your time. Good to see you.